Hello, Reading Rush Day 5. So I've read 4 books. I have 3 more to go. Let's see, I have The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This is for the book movie tie-in. I have a book with a purple cover, Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And I have Pond by Claire Louise Bennett. So I'm currently reading and listening to Pond. That way I make sure that I'm continuing to make progress. I'd say I'm halfway through right now. This is the first time I've been able to stop and read, and it is 7:30. So I don't know if I'll be able, I might try to finish Pond tonight. I'm weighing out which do I jump into The Outsiders and try to just knock this out, or continue with Pond. Outsiders is a little bit easier to read. It's a YA written in the first published in 1967. So you know what? I think I'm going to switch to this. See how far I can get. I have to say the audio for Pond is really beautiful, but I find that her voice is so melodious and so calming that it actually lulls me a little bit, and I start to drift. And I don't want to drift. I want to savor, because I have read some just magnificent little sections that delight me to no end. So this is a nice surprise. It's getting a little dark. So interesting. And this one I'm really looking forward to. So I think I'm going to try to tackle this tomorrow and Sunday. Good news is I have no specific plans. I have a huge unhaul to do. I think you all call it unhaul. I call it releasing books. So I just want to get rid of them to make space. So that's it. That's my plans for the evening, and I will check in with you a little later on. I'm not going to do a week of reading because you've been along with me for my week of reading, so you know what I've been doing. So that's it. I'll check in later. Bye. And I'm here on day 6 of Reading Rush. Oh, this is a lot, y'all. I don't understand how everyone does this. It is just a lot. I'm very excited. I finished Outsiders last night, and it still had its poignancy for me. I was now, as an adult reader revisiting it, really conscious of the pace. She did a lot with a short book. And I think the pace works because she had indicated how chaotic life for the brothers, Daryl, Soda Pop, and Pony Boy was, raising themselves in this town. So I think that it made sense. It fit the narrative, and I think it was they were good choices, and there was just so much heart and so much humanity in it. I really hope it's still read in schools, because I think there are important messages in it and not overly told. Although melodramatic at times, I also think that seeing so many men crying and boys crying, is so powerful. And knowing it was written in the 60s, late 60s, that was a really interesting move for her to make as a writer. So anyway, today, what's on tap today? I'm going to have to finish Pond, so I'm going to switch back to the audio. I was reading a little bit of it last night. I'm going to switch back to the audio as I run my errands, and then I'm going to watch The Outsiders later on, either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll see where it goes with that. And if you've watched my channel, you know that I got back from Italy, and my husband and I both bought books in Italy. So I have to make room. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I will not be the kind of person that is killed by tottering books. So I like to do a catch and release program pretty frequently, and it gives me good joy, a lot of joy I should say, to go to one of my favorite used bookstores and cash them in, and anything they don't take, they also do a program which is books for prisoners, and so the books get transferred to San Quentin and help to supplement their library. So I feel like that's a wonderful, wonderful way to go. With that said, let me do a quick little showing, and I'm just going to pop them up and do one quick reason why I'm dumping it or releasing it back to somebody else. And some of it has nothing to do with it being a bad book, it's just I don't have space. So in contrast to the other books that I want to keep and I want to get, this one doesn't fit in the bill. All right, so let me show you first what the husband is giving back, the sympathizer. He's also giving back Moriarty. I almost just kept it because I think I want to read it, but I can get this script. And he is giving back The Good German. He liked most of those. There's an ARC that I received that I'm handing back, Elizabeth Crook, The Which Way Tree. So that one goes. They may not take an ARC, so that might go to the prisoners. This is also an ARC, The Indigo Girl by Natasha Boyd, sending it off. And then I really wanted to read this, but I didn't have time, and after it came out, didn't get a ton of great reviews, so if I want to revisit it, I will later. Mr. Rochester by Sarah Shoemaker. Those ARCs were not sent to me, they were sent to a friend, so I don't feel bad about sending them off without reading them. Okay, so now's the things that I'm getting rid of that Melmoth didn't work for me. Sad to say. The Tuner of Silences, I actually had a copy. Oh God, I hate when I do that. McTeague by Frank Norris. I got this because I heard it was set in San Francisco, and then afterward I heard it was really bad. Severance by Ling Ma. It was okay, but sending it back. Making Space. The Painter by Paul Heller. I thought I would want my husband to read this, but my husband needs to pick his own book, so I'm going to send this on. Three Women, that one's not being sold. That one's actually going to be dumped somewhere. I don't think the prison will even take it, so free library somewhere. Signed copy of On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. Didn't work for me. Iris Murdoch, The Italian Girl, also didn't work for me. Association of Small Bombs by Karan Mahajan. I read a little bit of it, meant to come back to it, never did. That's a sign. Sending it off. As Bright as Heaven, I knew better. I knew I wouldn't prioritize this. I don't know why I let Book of the Month send it to me. So that's going to go on. The Three Body Problem, I actually found this on a Kindle deal or an ebook deal that I got, and I either did it on, I've moved from Kindle to Apple as my preferred because Amazon sucks. So this is going back since I can read it in another form. A Tale for the Time Being, Ruth Ozeki. I really wanted to like this, and I literally have tried this book 3 times, and it just never sticks with me. There you go. On the Come Up, loved it, but I need space, so this one goes. This will find a great home. I just didn't settle with Washington Black, but this is a signed copy, so should be a good thing to hand off to someone. Someone will be stoked. Oh, Zadie Smith, I wanted to like this book and really didn't, although, oh, Zadie Smith is amazing. I really like her nonfiction. I've come to realize I like her nonfiction so much better than I like her fiction. And that means I'm also sending back NW. Those two hurt. I'm also sending back The Professor's House. I mean, I liked it very much, but I need space. And I'm also sending back Crudo by Olivia Lang. I'm kind of I liked it kind of. I liked passages in it, but I'm still not sure about the whole setup of it. So that is my, let me double check my bag. Yep, that's my massive unhauling, or as I like to say, release. So I'm gonna take them, and I am gonna stop. I am gonna stop by my friends at the library bookstore, and also I get trade, so I'll get some credit, and I'll see where it goes with this. Anyway, so I'll check in a little later, and I obviously didn't post anything last night, so I'm gonna combine yesterday's and today's, and maybe even tomorrow. We'll see how far I go. I might do a final wrap up of my experience, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I went to the bookstore and traded in, I would say, 90% of the books, and a few of them were signed, and they were happy with them. I was happy with the trade. So let me show you what I got in trade, and I'm quite pleased. I still have a ton left of trade. So thanks to Elizabeth, I am getting my first Doris Lessing. This is A Proper Marriage. Elizabeth, you have to tell me if this is a good one to start with. If it's not, I'll just keep it. I mean, it's basically a pristine copy. I don't even think it's been cracked. And I got it at a used price. So, fantastic. I also got The Edwardians. And this is by Vida Sackville-West. And so I know that she was involved with Virginia Woolf and was the model for Orlando. I think I don't know very much about her, but this looked interesting. Love the cover. And again, uncracked. Fantastic. And then the BookTube prize favorite, or one of the favorites, I found a hardcover of Happiness. I have yet to read it. I will, obviously, if it's in the final selection of the prize, the BookTube prize. So, really looking forward to it, especially from everything that I've heard. It sounds like it's going to be a good book. I love the cover. Absolutely love the cover. So that was trade, and then in the same neighborhood, I walked down to a Friends of the Library bookshop, and for $12 I got the following. First, a pristine edition of Bleak House by Charles Dickens. So I think I'm going to keep this for Victober, which I'm very, very excited about. I've never read Bleak House. This makes me a little scared. This makes me a lot scared. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it actually has some case notes at the back. It's 931 pages. Next up, I got a Kent Haruf Plain Song in hardcover. I really liked his his writing. He did a book that I loved, Our Souls at Night. So grabbed that. Another one is, I read my first Shirley Hazard in preparation for going to Italy, and I really, really liked it. And so I grabbed The Great Fire, even though this is not about the same fire as the one that I read earlier in the one of London, 1966 or 1666. And then I'm most excited about these two. Practically a pristine copy of Wolf Hall, hardback. It's a little chewed up, but that's fine. And Bring Up the Body. So now I'm ready to go for the buddy reads when that comes up in December, or January. I think it's gonna be January, February, in preparation for the March launch of the third book. So I think I did pretty well. I'm back, and now finally at 5 to 4, I'm diving into my book. So I hope you're okay. End of day 6, or nearly the end. The sun is starting to set. I think I have about a third left of this book. It is so good. Really enjoying it. It's the kind of fantasy you just sink right into, and so much Mayan mythology. And so in a year that has seen, or 2 years that has seen so much Greek and Roman mythology, I think it's really wonderful to get this version. Hi. And my cat is asking for me. So I'm going to call it an evening. I think I'm going to try to watch Outsiders and get that done. And other than that, I'll put some video footage of the day, try to put it all together, and that's it. Thanks. Bye.